All right, up next is the creative lifestyle segment, and Jafar has a conversation with Josephine Adomataki, the CEO of Lily Bags. Let's take a listen.
For our creative lifestyle segment today, we're going to learn from a young woman who's making some really beautiful bags. If you've not yet heard of her, go onto Instagram right now, check out her page, Lily Bags, and you'll be blown away by the products that she makes. I have with me Josephine Adomataki, who is the founder of Lily's Bag. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you too for the opportunity to be here.
Tell us a bit about your brand.
Okay, so Lily Bags is handmade bags, crochet with what we call t-shirt yarn.
Okay.
And I also use acrylic perspex for what's in the center. And then I also use wood.
Wow.
Yes, so it's strictly handmade, no machine, nothing. The only machine is the acrylic perspex that I take to a cutting company to cut to the desired shape that I want. But apart from that, everything is handmade.
This is crazy. I mean, crocheting is one thing. Creating a full-blown bag out of it is a completely different thing. Where did you discover that you had this talent?
Okay, for crocheting, I've been crocheting since I was little. I mean, I learned it from my neighbors, I think. When we used to play around, so we buy the normal yarn that we know, crochet tablecloth and all of that. So I stopped for a long time. It was during my maternity leave. I was home and I was watching videos on crocheting. I was like, I feel like going back to this thing, but I want to find another way of doing it. So I Googled YouTube and I saw the videos. And I just contacted a few people who I knew were already doing these the crochet bags. Asked them where I could get the materials. They helped me, and then I picked up from there.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, what goes into making a bag like this? Because I can imagine hours upon hours to get it to the and the finishing is so good.
Thank you. It takes roughly 2 hours, 3 hours to finish a bag.
Okay.
If I have nothing else doing. Like I said, I have a son, so sometimes when he's all over the place, it slows me down. But it should take 2-3 hours to finish a bag. Yes. And I have to get, so these are the raw materials. I have to get the chain, then I have to get the acrylic perspex, the hooks, the rings. These ones like this, they're not really sold in Ghana. I always have to order them. They're openable rings.
Okay.
They have to be ordered from outside.
Wow.
But the acrylic sheet, I get it from here. So I just buy the whole sheet. I design the shapes that I want, the sizes, and I take it to a cutting company. They cut it for me, and then I start work.
At what point do you decide, okay, let me try this? Because I'm looking at your pieces and every single bag is unique. Walk us through your creative process. What goes through your mind?
It's, I'd say, it's just, I'm just always thinking. I'm always thinking, because initially when I started, it was just square and round. But
so these were like
yes, the basic, just square and round. But I thought of, I mean, what else can I bring on board that will make it unique, that will make it original? And so other shapes started coming in mind. Hexagon. There are some shapes I've designed but I've not yet brought it out, like rectangular shape. I have a heart-shaped bag, and this is something I designed for kids, like a Mickey Mouse something. Yeah. So it's just thinking, always thinking. I mean, you always have to be thinking of what next to do to make your product unique, to make your product stand out. Yeah.
And how was it like getting your very first customer? How did that make you feel?
So my very first customer was my sister-in-law.
Oh, that doesn't count. But thanks to
it's
her
true,
for
yes,
validating
because,
that people are willing to pay.
When I started, I decided to do the bag. I just wanted to do it to see how it will come out. So she came to my home one day and she was like, oh, you're doing this thing. If you do it and it's nice, I'll buy it. So the very first bag I did, she bought it.
Aww.
She actually bought it, and that's what encouraged me to let me do another one, do another one, do another one. And she actually is someone, she bought a lot for me before it actually went open. She started buying for her friends. I mean, if someone's birthday, she just like, let me get a bag for the person. So she actually helped a lot in the marketing of Lily Bags.
So for viewers watching us who have an in-law or a sister or a daughter embarking on something brand new, how important is it for us to buy the product at a very early stage? Because most of you like, give it to me for free, or let me give you exposure, and you're wasting all your time and you're not even making any money because you're bleeding you dry. How important is that one person who starts buying the product from you?
Well, the person is very important because, yeah, like you said, people will come and be like, you are family, so give it to me, I'll market it for you. But once I started this, I decided the first thing is, what you can do is to probably give the person a discount, but not entirely free, because you put money into it. And obviously, if you're going to go do free, when are you going to really get money to do it on a large scale? So what you can do for start is to just give discounts, and then as time goes on, the person will understand that, hey, this is a business. I mean, the person has to be sensitive enough to understand that it's a business. So besides, I buy from her as well. She actually does these tags for me. Yes. So
you walk us through so you said you have to bring this from out of the country.
Yes.
You work with her on these ones. That looks like brass. Is it brass?
Yes.
Beautiful. So that's what your brand, your brand name and your logo.
Yes, please.
And then what about these two?
The chain, I get it from here in Accra, because I mean bag accessories. The t-shirt yarn is also brought from outside the country.
What about the fronts here?
The acrylic sheets. Like I said, I get the sheets from here in Accra.
You have to take it some of them to cut it for you.
Yes.
Wow. How do you feel when you're able to assemble all the things you need and bring it together?
It's very fulfilling. Like I found some joy when I started doing this. It's very nice to know that I'm able to do this and someone will see it and love it and buy it. And the feedbacks I get are very like overwhelming at times, because what I do is, after I finish a bag, before I dispatch it to you, I send you a picture that this is the bag you've ordered. Just so sometimes, obviously, because the orders are a lot, you get a few mistakes. So after you send the picture, people are like, oh, I wanted silver instead of gold, so you quickly have to change. But it helps instead of it going directly to the person. So most of the time you send the picture to them, they're like, oh, it's nice, and then they finally see the bag, they're like, oh, it's even nicer than in the picture. I mean, it's the feedbacks, and it's very fulfilling. It makes me happy. I think starting Lily Bags is something that has brought me so much joy, and it's something I don't want to stop. Even if I'm not going to do it on my own, hopefully in the future train others, but the brand is something I wouldn't want it to die. I want it to go on and on.
Let's talk about this one, because I have never seen anything like this. Yes, clearly. I don't even know how it's done. What was going through your mind when you decided to make this? And I don't know if we can zoom in so our viewers can really appreciate the finishing, because most times you buy something and the person's like making excuses for why it looks the way it is, and you as a customer feel like you're asking for too much because you want it to be finished well. But the attention you pay to detail is out of the world.
Thank you.
So walk us through what we're looking at here.
So this, for instance, this one was also ordered from outside, and sometimes I look at the material, I mean this, and then I think of what will really look nice on it. And sometimes it depends on the thickness of the yarn. Okay, some of the yarns they are very thick, some are also very thin. Yes, so depending on how thick or how thin the yarn is, see, they are all round. Yes, I could have achieved this style with this, but I look at the way the wood is. Like I said, I'm always thinking how to make it stand out or how to make it unique, and then I just thought of something like it's like, would I say a pot? You know, it's even though it's round, it's different from this. I could have achieved the same design.
Let them see it here.
I could have achieved the same design with this, but with the wood, I wanted it to look more African, more, you know, traditional, and look like something like a pot sort of for her. So, like I said, I'm thinking, and the design came up. So,
how important is the customer experience? Because I feel like sometimes you order something, the person doesn't include you in the process. It's done. It might not be what you want, but then you're like, let me take it like that. But it sounds like you're not doing that. You bring your customers along with you through the process.
Yes.
How important is that?
Customers are very important to me, and most of my customers have become
your friends.
Yes, such that, I mean, when they want a gift for someone, I have orders into December. Someone's like,
wow.
Look, someone is celebrating her birthday in November. I want a bag. To the extent that they leave it to me, because at first people will choose their colors. I want this color, but now it's such that they leave it to me. Yes, do something nice for me, and they pay ahead of time. So for my customers, I really take them seriously. I don't joke with them at all. Customer service, how I relate to you, whether it's on phone, text message, Instagram, I don't take it lightly at all, because I mean the customer is the person who will buy your products. You will not buy your own product, so you have to treat them very, very well.
And speaking of Instagram, how important is social media?
It's become very important. I mean, looking at the times we are in now, we all know how social media has become like the hugest marketplace now. So when I started off this Instagram, because it was an old account I almost deleted. I was like, let me just change the name and then start growing it. I mean, it was slow, steady. But now I have over 1K followers.
Wow.
Yes. And
share the account with us so that we'll double that.
Okay, so my account handle on Instagram is at lilybags, lilybags.gh.
Okay.
Lily_bags.gh.
Okay.
Yes, that's my handle on Instagram. I'm not yet on Facebook, but also you can reach me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
I mean,
what's that WhatsApp number?
Yeah, my WhatsApp number is 057-633-4792. You can also call me on my MTN 0555-012-021.
So Josephine, most times when we see products displayed so beautifully, finishing on point, the first thing that comes to mind is it must be ridiculously expensive. And so walk us through the range of prices we can get. I'm not saying say the specific price, but what's the cheapest and the most expensive?
The cheapest is 180 cedis.
Okay, that's not
the
bad.
kids one. I mean, this, yes. And most expensive, not expensive.
Okay.
The most. I don't even know how to put it.
It's okay.
I don't know it's expensive. Yes.
The
So we range between 180 to 260.
Oh, that's
for
not
now.
bad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Because like I said,
It's handmade.
Yes,
so
handmade.
Yeah, and you take your time, you pick out every single product. What's next for Lily Bags?
A lot, a whole lot. Like I said, ideas are coming up, shapes are being designed now in my head based on paper. We take it for cutting, so hopefully by the end of the year we should see like more shapes, more designs, clutches, not only handbags, like clutches, purses, and we're looking at collaborating with other people. For example, my sister-in-law, like I said, to bring out other designs, because she also does her things. So we want to see how we can collaborate and do something. So by God's grace, we have bigger and better things coming up.
And do you plan on perhaps having your own workshop one day where other people can come to you and you train them?
Yes, because I keep getting inquiries on if I offer training, but currently I don't. But hopefully in the near future we should do that. Like I said, I don't want the brand.
By the way, I'm just curious. Is this what you studied in school?
No,
What did you study in school?
Statistics student.
You're kidding. Statistics students.
Yes, please.
How?
I just like doing things with my hand. I don't know, it's me. I just like to do stuff with my hand, whether it's cooking, whether it's fixing something, crocheting something. I just always want to be doing something with my hand. Yes, and so like I said, crocheting has been from when I was little, so going back to it is something that's I'm happy about.
So for all the young people watching us, probably majoring in science, majoring in maths right now, and have a hobby that they think they can pursue in the future, what would you tell them about being able to merge the two one day in a way that you differentiate yourself and really disrupt whatever market you're in?
What I'll say is it's doable. There's nothing that you can't do once you set your mind on it. Because people think working 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 full time, so I can't have a side business. But I mean, once you have the idea, once you're passionate about it, it's very doable, and you don't need a huge capital to be able to do this. Like I said, I just bought one yarn, even the acrylic sheets. I used to buy it, then I discovered that I could do it to my taste. So just buy your one yarn, buy one pin. That's one. Do it. Let someone see it. Someone will appreciate it. Someone will buy it, and you start from there. And obviously, you get people to help you in financially or in any way that you can get it. Just do it. Start anyway. Yes, that's what I'll say. Start anyway. Because I could have postponed this. I could have said, "Oh, I'm on maternity leave. Let me just
sleep and watch movies."
But I wanted to do this, and I went in for it, despite the fact that I had a baby I had to be taken care of. But once you're able to combine it and you want to do it, you can do anything you want to do.
Josephine Adomataki, thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for showing us that we're capable of making anything we put our minds to. I've never seen pieces like this before, and I look forward to you one day showcasing it at Paris Fashion Week and all these big stores, and us just being so proud of you and all your successes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you at home for staying for this edition of Breakfast Daily. It's been the creative lifestyle segment, okay? Follow her at Lily's Bags, Lily Bags on Instagram. Place your order. It's beautiful.